There are many ways that people feel as though President Obama isn't using to stimulate and make the economy more robust. If you were in a position to do so, what would be the one thing you would do to stimulate and grow the economy that President Obama isn't doing?
Start, Congressman.
One thing?
Just well, 30 to 45 seconds each, so you can each have time to answer.
First of all, I'd go in the opposite direction on spending, on taxes, on debt and deficits. Get rid of all the uncertainty of the economy. He's promising huge tax increases on successful small businesses. I wouldn't do that. Keep taxes low and get spending under control so we don't have a debt crisis. If we have a debt crisis, then we have a huge interest rate increase. We have an inflation problem. That's causing uncertainty in the economy. It's making it harder for businesses to create jobs. So I would go in a different direction than he has gone on fiscal policy, and that's exactly what we've done in the House, is offered a different direction on fiscal policy. Keep taxes and spending low, not high.
I think the exact same thing what Paul was talking about is creating the economic and fiscal policies that create confidence in the American consumer and also our small business owners. What I see down in my district is the small businesses are the economic engine that drive this country. But yet, when you look at some of the regulations that are coming in and it's restricting the access to capital for them to grow, and you look at some of the tax policies, which are going to preclude them from hiring more Americans. When you drive by in South Florida on U.S. Federal Highway 1, you see all those closed storefronts. You just have to think about maybe there were 6 to 8 Americans that once occupied those storefronts.
Governor?
You know, what I would like to see a president do is really lead and ask for a balanced budget, which he is yet to do. I think that's incredibly important. But from a governor's perspective, everything I've tried to do to govern in South Carolina has been stopped by President Obama. Whether it's how we're going to deal with the health care crisis, he's mandating more on our states and we can't afford it. Whether it's creating jobs, he's actually got the National Labor Relations Board suing a great American company for creating jobs in South Carolina. Or when it comes to illegal immigration, he's stopping my labor director from allowing her to enforce the laws that are in place. So, you know, the key is let the states have the flexibility and the freedom they need to have. In order for us to govern, which at the end of the day is really down to the states, the federal government needs to get out of the way. We need a president that really understands. Let the states understand what the 10th Amendment's all about. Let them have states' rights and let them handle their states in the way they need to.
Senator?
I think what needs to happen is we need to identify the real problem. And the real problem is America's anxious. It doesn't have confidence about where we're going. And that's, I think, a leadership deficit on behalf of my friend, President Obama. I think we need to talk true and honestly to the American public about the depth of our problems. They're not unsolvable, but they're unsolvable until we address them and identify them. And what Washington's big habit is we treat the symptoms of the problem rather than the problem. And so being honest and saying we don't have any choice. We have to eliminate $9.7 trillion out of the federal government's expenditures over the next 10 years to not go in the tank. Now, they can dispute that, but that's the fact. And if anything short of that will not solve the problem for your future or your children's future. There's $2.5 trillion sitting on the sideline in this country right now that could be invested if people had confidence and clarity about the future. And I don't believe President Obama has delivered that. And I think as soon as he does, you're going to see a big turnaround in the economy, regardless of what we do on the other things. Is we got to have confidence that we believe in our future. And I think that future is lacking because we haven't had the leadership to put that forward.